to pull it down some so you can see more of what's happening. Here we go. Let's adjust it some more. Let me see here. All right. I think that's a bit better. Okay, great. We are going to get ready to make our luxury centerpieces that I had mentioned about with the workshop. With this particular first centerpiece, it can be several different things. You start off with a foam ball. You can do this also with real flowers. You get an oasis, and you can get that from Joann's or Michael's. And if you go to Joann's or Michael's, if you sign up for their app, you can usually get a coupon for 40% off or 50% off, sometimes 60% off one item, because the oasis balls are usually $6 to $12 depending on what size you get. And when you get the oasis balls, they're green, and you soak them in water for a few minutes until it's thoroughly soaked, so you can have moisture for your flowers. But today we're going to do the centerpieces with fake flowers. So you start out with the foam ball. We're going to use our metal silver vase, and this is for a short centerpiece. You can use whatever size, whether you use a small size or a bigger size. It doesn't really matter, and it's going to just sit on top when it's done. It starts out like this, and what you do is basically you just get flowers. These particular flowers actually came from the Dollar Tree, so with this workshop you'll be able to find out how you can use different cheaper avenues. And with the flowers we picked from the Dollar Tree, you can get, there's like 6 or 7 blooms on there, so it's like 6 flowers on there per stem for $1. So that's really, really cheap. And I've used these in weddings for flower girls as kissing balls, and I've hung them on benches at beach weddings and at ceremonies in churches. So it works really well. And all you do is just, easy as that, poke it in. And see, it doesn't fall out or anything. And you keep poking it in. And make sure, you can do it fairly close. It doesn't have to be on top of each other. It doesn't have to be like super, super close. See, it doesn't have to be like super, super close. But just fill in the space. And you keep on going, filling it in. See how easy that is? And what I find is that when you buy these silk flowers or even real flowers, cut all of your stems first. Okay? So then you'll have a whole table full of stems, and you can just go ahead and just poke, 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 and poke in just like we're doing today. And you don't have to keep clipping, poking, clipping, poking. That takes a lot of time. So once you do that, the end result will look like this, which is really, really, really cute. And that's a really nice centerpiece, short centerpiece for your wedding. If you don't want the huge ones, you can do this same method for a piece this big, or this big, or this big, or this small. Same method, it's just more flowers. So that's really awesome for you. Once you do one, you know how many flowers you'll need. So you just have to remember the spacing that you use for the first one. But what I recommend is that you do one, if you're doing your own centerpieces, that you do one, And then you'll realize how many flowers that you need. Then you can go back and do all of them. You can go to the store and buy all the supplies you need at one time so you won't run out, and then do them all. And what I suggest is to get you some votive candles and put them around, and that's really cute. Or you can get some smaller circles like this, and you can put them also around there with smaller versions of the bigger one, which is really nice too. And then fill it in with candles. So that's really nice. Also, we've used the same method to make kissing balls. So you just poke, poke, poke until you make a ball. And what I did was I added this cute little crystal at the bottom. And how you do that is I bought these crystals at, man, I can't even think of the store. Oh my goodness. Hobby Lobby. I bought them at the Hobby Lobby. If you don't know about Hobby Lobby sale, that once a month the wedding section goes on sale. And these dangling crystals like this are about $7.99. You get about 8 of them in a pack. And what I did was just hook a floral hook on it and basically just poked it in the bottom. And sometimes you have to search for it because you stuck all those flowers in there. And then it dangles. This looks really nice when your flower girls aren't really, you know, dishing out flowers, or you want to use these. I hang these on benches at churches. It looks really pretty, and the crystal hangs. And you tie a nice bow on here. And the same hook that I put in the bottom is the same hook that I put the bow and the silk ribbon in at the top. And you can use that for your wedding, for the pews, or for your flower girls for a kissing ball. And what I suggest, if you're going to hang these, is to put a dab, get your trusty hot glue gun, and you put a little dab of hot glue there, so when you're hanging it, the needle doesn't come out, because that does happen, because it gets a little loose from there, especially if you do them well in advance, if you use fake flowers. Like I said, the same method works for the real flowers. So it's the same thing, just get you some oases and use real flowers. Great. So let's move on to our next centerpiece. Our next centerpiece is the one that we've advertised online. It has the flower leaf inside that covers the edges. This right here is a tie leaf. Some people call them elephant leaves. Some, if they have stripes, sometimes they're tiger leaves. You can get this. I bought these at the Fresh Market. The Fresh Market has really great flowers, and I also bought these fresh flowers here at the Fresh Market. What you may not know is that any of your markets, if you tell the floral person that they have on staff in advance, they can order your flowers for you if you want to use real flowers. And they'll have them waiting for you. So you don't have to like be surprised when you show up the Friday or Thursday before your wedding hoping that they have what you need. If you order them in advance with your floral department person, they will be happy to order those for you. You pay for them in advance and they show up and they're fresh and they're great and they load them to your car. So it's really, really nice for you. Also, you may want to check in your town and find out whether or not you have a wholesale florist there. If so, you can go there and order them. Lots of times you don't have to be a professional to buy the flowers there. You may have to pay the regular price, but instead of the professional price, but you still can get stuff there, and they order them in advance for you too. So we're going to take this tie leaf and bend it. And you'll see when you get yours that it has a place where it doesn't quite bend that well. And that's where you want to cut. So you take your scissors and you cut. You can basically just throw that out. And what you do is just stuff it in. Now look, see how this is a little too tall? You just kind of take your scissors And you just trim around, no big deal, until it fits. Look at that. All of that is covered. So when you make your little bouquet bundle, no one can see inside to see what's going on. They just see that pretty leaf on the inside. And if it doesn't quite cover, you can also get another leaf and put it inside, and it'll cover it all up for you. And it works great. So you just kind of wrap it around your hand like that. And you just stick that in the place where it's uncovered, and then stick it in there. And now no one can see your stems. The rustic flower look is very popular nowadays. And we see in all your markets. You can get these flower bundles even in Walmart. Walmart really doesn't carry a nice sturdy flower, but sometimes they do. It depends on what kind of Walmart you have in your neighborhood and in your area. And but it's great. See these? I got those from the Fresh Market also. Also, the Costco has bundles like this. It's the picture that I showed in the advertisement with all the flowers in the little section. That was Costco. And with Costco, you can go online if you have a Costco card and order your flowers in advance. And online, pay for them, and they'll be delivered to your Costco, and you don't have to pay for shipping. That's pretty awesome. So, and they have really, really, really great prices. So I paid $11 for this bundle at the Fresh Market, and for $14.99, you can get one that's twice as big at Costco and break it apart, and you'll have 2 sets of flowers instead of 1. And so what you do to make your bundle is basically just hold it like it was, and you just cut it. I have a little trash bin back here that I'm using, and it's always great, especially if you have a lot of flowers to cut. You may want to get one of those tubs and put it in that. Do not let it go, okay? When you're cutting, don't let it go. Just continue to hold it. And we've all seen these little rubber bands. Let me get some more in my hand so you can see them. These little rubber bands. And all you have to do, I always use at least 2, because sometimes they pop. But hold it, and you just stick a rubber band on there. Right on the bundle. And I know you're like, what about the water? I have some water. You don't have to fill it up, because it gets quite heavy when you're trying to unload all this water at the end of the night, especially if you're doing it yourself. And then you just stick it in. And you can adjust it to however you want it. And spread it out some. And look at that. Beautiful. We had a little something come up on our thing. All right. So this works out really well. It's very, very, very easy to do. That was quick and easy. You didn't have to do any mixing. You didn't have to figure out what matches. You just went into the store. You bought an already put together flower bundle, and you cut it and you stuck it in the vase with this wrapped tie leaf or tiger leaf or elephant leaf, whatever leaf that your store has or that you ordered. Also, we're going to put that down. A lot of people are having rustic weddings, and they like the look of having the nautical rope going around the vase, which is very easy. I bought this vase at where else but the Dollar Tree. This wonderful vase was just $1. This rope, look at it, comes from your standard Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, wherever your store that you have in your area, you just go and you can buy this rope by the foot. So what I suggest, like I said before, with the flowers and making the other arrangement, that you do one and then you measure it out, and then you can go back and buy all the rest. To start it, you take your nice little glue gun. I've had this glue gun. I think this is my aunt's glue gun. Crazy. Anyway, if she's watching, I got your glue gun. Nevertheless, put a little glue on the tip. I like to put it all on the whole tip so it doesn't fray. You kind of like paint it on so it'll get hard. If you have time, you like to blow on it. You know, if you have some bridesmaids, this would be a great activity to do. I have coffee here, but you can have them over and have some wine and have a great time. Watch some good TV, some Scandal, or a nice movie like 50 First Dates or Bridesmaids, and get this knocked out. So you start out like this. Now, I've been doing this for a long time. My hands are, pretty much, numb, like Rachel Ray says. She got asbestos fingers, and they don't really get bothered with all the heat. But if you want to touch it, you may want to get the glue gun that does the cold glue. And it heats up, but not where it burns you. And then you just stick it on there and you hold it for a few seconds, or you can also get tweezers and do that. And you stick the glue around. And the first one around, you want to really kind of get it on there. You see what I did? You just put the glue around. And basically, once you get it started with the one and it's set, honestly, you don't have to really put that much glue on there anymore, especially since it's just going to be a centerpiece for your wedding. And look, you see how I'm just wrapping and wrapping and wrapping and wrapping around. Now, if you're a fanatic and you want to put more glue on there, that's fine. But if you decided that after the wedding you wanted to use these vases for something else, you only put glue at the bottom. It's hot glue, so it comes off really, really, really easily. And you can reuse it again for something totally not with a rope on it. Which actually, the rope is really cute, especially if you have a nautical theme in your house, or nautical themes work really, really well in bathrooms. Put some shells around it. That's really great. And you just keep wrapping. See how quickly that's going? I mean, you can knock this out in no time, especially with this size vase. I'm almost done. Look at that. I'm almost at the top. We're just going and going and going. Wrapping, wrapping, wrapping. And we're almost done. You got to make sure it stays even. And see how our rope is like, this is used rope. I've used this rope several times for different things. And, new rope would be all the same color sometimes. But, this is really pretty how it has the different variety colors in it. So that's really pretty. I like that. It adds a bit of character. And see, we have just a little bit of glass left at the top. And what we're going to do is just cut it. And quickly, before it unravels, we're going to put more hot glue on the edge and then fold it in. And it's going to dry up really, really quickly because it's hot glue. And look at that. We're done. Look how cute that is. So not only can you use this for your wedding, or you can use this for a bridal shower if you're a bridesmaid and you have to do a bridal shower, which is great. And that same bundle method that we did, you can just stick it in here. Look at that. Beautiful. That's gorgeous. And you can use it for anything. Another added feature is if you're having a beach wedding, you can glue starfish on here, shells on here to add. If you want a little bling, you can put some rhinestones on it in different places. If you can go and have your monogram cut out in some type of fabric, or You can buy it from the store out of wood, and you can glue your monogram, your new monogram on here, or just your new initial. So there's lots and lots of possibilities with this. So I would, consider that if that's an idea that you're wanting to do. Also, our last centerpiece that we're going to talk about is this tall clear vases. They do a miracle. They do a lot. I've used these vases for lots and lots of things. And you can use them plain, or you can use them decorated. And I've used them both ways. You can get any type of tall flower, orchids. This is not an orchid, but any type of flower will work. You only really need 1 to 2 stems of anything. And what you do is you want to make sure the whole thing is underwater. So you measure it according to the vase size. And then once you figure out the vase size, you cut it. Just that easy. And you can do 1 or 2 things. You can fill this vase all the way up with water, and it becomes really, really heavy when you do that. So you have to be really careful. And I would, make sure you have a cart, a nice sturdy cart to carry the water out after the event, because it gets really heavy. And you can just stick it in there just like that. You can fill it all the way up, or you can just put a little bit of water in there. I've seen people put water beads, which are, you can buy those at the Dollar Tree or at your floral store, and they look like little pearls in the water, and it adds a little bit extra. You can add more flowers, or you can fill it all the way up. I've dyed the water to match people's weddings, so it can be pink, blue, orange, green, yellow, whatever you want it to be. Add whatever flower you want, like I said. I've used it plain. You can also take ribbon. I've used ribbon, and you can wrap it around there. Or you can take the bling wrap, and you can buy this in a roll. They sell this at Michael's, Joann Fabrics, and at your floral stores. And you can wrap it around, and it has perforated parts. So let's just see how that looks. What I usually do, sometimes if the bride wants a little extra color, I put the ribbon around first. And you just basically put a strip of hot glue down it, put it around, voila. One more, put it on there, see? Very quick and easy. And then you can add the bling over top, which adds a little extra to the centerpiece. These look really great in clusters of more than 1. So we usually like to do 3, Always an odd number is better than even. It looks better. It evens it out. So if you like to make your table look full, you can do it like that. And see how we easily jazzed up that vase. Just that quick. And that's a very, very beautiful centerpiece. And that's all we did. I mean, it's very economical. It was 1 flower. It's water. This bling wrap is about $8 for a roll. So you probably need 2 rolls for your wedding. And this ribbon, my God, I've used this ribbon probably on 3 weddings. And I still have a whole thing of it left. So, I mean, you can use it for your friend's wedding and your wedding and everybody else, and you still won't run out. So you have a lot going on with that ribbon. So you only need 1 of those. And it's cheap, so you can do this whole centerpiece right here. Per table, it may cost you $5 to $6 or cheaper, depending on where you buy your vase. You can have these tall vases, which, Hobby Lobby runs them on sale. 50% off once a month. They have that big sale they always have on different departments. So if you catch it on sale, you could get this vase, for $7. So, I mean, it'd be very, very cheap for you, and it looks pretty, and it doesn't look like you really skimped. But this is all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed our Centerpiece workshop. We are going to be doing a lot more of these live events. We're going to actually do a lot more in the store. So we're going to go to Hobby Lobby. We're going to show you ideas with vases they have and centerpieces you can use and things you can use that they have. And at the floral stores, we're going to go to the floral places where they have the fresh flowers and show you about all the different flowers you can use. We're going to show you great planning ideas on things that's going to help you plan your wedding easier. So just stay tuned. We're going to be posting these on every Thursday at 1 o'clock. So I'm excited about this, and I hope you'll keep joining us, and I hope you learned something today and share it with your friend, okay? Bye.